Yeah, no, I feel like they would make a good duo. Especially, you know, running like a secret medical clinic. Alright, well, let's find our friends. Well, not friends, but soon to be friends.
Please, I don't have your money.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
Oh, it's a racket.
The other way this week, Joe. Come on, we can sort it out, right?
It's not my call, Barrett. You pay one way or another.
Please, Joe. How long?
I feel like we need to step in.
We even used to be. Welcome, sir. Please take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if
Yeah.
you don't mind.
Let's have a little
Doctor.
chat.
Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
I guess not a lot of people are coming through here. I want to take a look at your wares, though.
Show me what you have.
Ah, damn it. I just see, I see blue. Okay, nothing useful. I mean, these are good, but we don't need them at the moment. We're not, like, hurting for damage. What about you? Huh?
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer
No,
the first one.
I'm a doctor,
Piss
dude.
off.
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
You know, I'm doing the rounds.
But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service.
You know, the
sir.
fact that Jonathan is basically a head taller than him makes me not think that this guy's much of a colossus.
Can I offer you my medical expertise, Mr. Peterson?
The name is Colossus Joe. I don't get sick.
Yeah, unfortunately, you look fine. Well, we already know about Dorothy Crane, but we'll ask
Have you
anyway.
heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about
Yeah, Dorothy is
She's
good
a
people
nice
as far
girl.
as we're
Nice to help
concerned.
migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
No, that seems like a good idea. Nice that you offered to help, but
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Sod off.
you're the village idiot then.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not for
Because of him.
This neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation.
Yeah, Whitechapel is definitely a rougher area.
Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
Yeah, exactly. Jonathan, I will take any medical supplies I can lay my eyes on. Also, why would you ever take anything?
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
All right, we're good for now with him. We can talk a little bit more with this guy real quick.
Fancy
Still
buying something,
so
sir?
far, no
Never
headache
lose
or
your
migraine
focus,
cure.
Do you? Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane. So the bitch really is
Oh
a
man.
nurse then.
All right, I'm already not. I'm
Always
not
thought
down
she
with
was
what
just
you're
some
going with.
crafty foreigner, that one.
Ooh. She is an excellent nurse. I wish I could say both of these things and be like, you suck, and she's amazing. Well, let's go with you.
Yes,
She's amazing.
She's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your
He just
precious
sucks.
Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for
So she's
free.
a nice person.
I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Her crime is being good. I get it, okay.
How is business around here?
Business? I had no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
Okay, so you already got a beef with two people.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every
Oh,
day.
Nicholas, you'd be
Have you
surprised.
noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long
It
as
seems
I can
impossible
remember,
for
this
people
part
to
of
be
town
against
has been a
healthcare, but
bottomless pit,
somehow.
and no sign of the bottom yet.
And yet,
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever. Madness. something like
yeah,
that.
sure,
Where
it was
did this
fever.
happen? Why did you go there?
Do you have any
The
bite
closed
marks?
workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Oh. Okay. We got an investigation now.
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
I love how much conversation there is in this game. Like, so much of it is like just learning about people. Like, it is not one kind of game. It's like 4 kinds of games in one.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
All right, both of you kind of suck, but at least Joe isn't a terribly bigoted person as well.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
I don't blame him. Ooh, or we can just be like, yeah, sure, let me
Your
in.
father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then?
This is true.
Okay. Come on in. I'm
Oh, you sound so enthused.
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
All right. Well, I guess we could quickly just chat with him. Or we can, you know, take a look around first, you know. I definitely need this clove essence more than you do. Don't ask questions. Don't worry about it. For the greater good. Ooh, got a very cozy upstairs, though.
It's
Okay,
locked.
locked. I definitely feel bad about taking that, but you know. Ooh, a job refusal letter. Okay. Why doesn't it... Sometimes it lets you go right to it. Sometimes it has no idea that you picked up a letter. All right. Dear Mr. Peterson, it is my duty to inform you of our refusal to accept your application for a job at the dockyard. I must thank you for the time spent at our office explaining the difficulty of your situation with your ill boy and the loss of your beloved wife, but it is also my duty to point out the policy of our company, which expressly reproves the employment of former criminals or convicts. Your unfortunate connections with the ill-famed wet boot boys have been duly noted. These are hard times, sir, and Finch and Harper intend to reward first the candidates who pass the small inquiry like we like to conduct about our future employees. You have my deepest sympathy, and may God be with you and your family. Yeah, that's an asshole answer. All right. You know, people can reform. A crime does not make a criminal forever. All right, well, let's have a little chat with our friend downstairs. How's it going, boy?
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
And everyone is not in the happiest place right now.
I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to
Okay.
examine me when I was very sick.
How you feeling?
She said I should go out more.
Do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
I mean, I don't blame you, buddy. All right, so you have fatigue as well. So we need to, I think, make now 2 more fatigues.
I will see you
I'll come
later.
back, don't worry. Tell me about your life in London.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time.
I mean, I don't blame you.
Tough, like. Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, tell me about
Forgive my bluntness,
how
young
the
man.
situation here is in Whitechapel.
You don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place.
Yeah, this guy needs a good hug.
Father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
Okay. I mean, he does have a place to call home. That makes it sound dire. I mean, basically you're saying, you're basically as bad as it can be, so it can only get better, friend. I mean, I don't know if that's true, but that's definitely encouraging. You do have a place to call
You have
home.
a roof over your head, a place to call home. Many people here are not as lucky, you know.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
Okay. Well, why don't you just
If
leave?
life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things.
Yeah, it's pretty bad out there.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Man, that's bleak. I mean, hugs are pretty good. All right, so we can already dump this out.
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job? Because he tried, you know.
I can't say.
We're just trying to solve everyone's problems, medical and not.
Activities, but I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
Okay. I think that's everything that we can do now. All right, don't worry, I'll be back with your medication. That at least will help with the fatigue.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Oh man, it can be better. All right, let's have a little chat with you. Now that we have this new information.
You again? What do you want this time?
You know, just for reference, I want to see how... Yeah, Jonathan is just crazy taller than everyone.
You again?
Like, even when they're on a step, Jonathan is still taller. Ooh.
How did you
I feel like that's a loaded question, but...
bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks.
Yeah, it seems like they've got their tendrils everywhere. Ooh. I mean, I don't want to just, like, outright blame him. He does have a sick son. I mean, I wouldn't call survival a natural law, but I could be like, you could have refused. I feel like this is like, you know, trying to be on his side and get him to be more open with us. What details do we have? We still have 2 more. So yeah, we need him to get better. I'm trying to think, what else? Yeah, what do we want to go with? You're a criminal, you could have refused. Survival is a natural law. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is the answer that our character would say, but may not give us the hint that we want. Let's just try to be like on his side.
Survive at any cost, even at the expense of others.
You know, we're trying to win him over.
Law of nature.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons. And that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Ooh, okay. So we did get the hint. We did get the hint there. Okay, so we already got 2 more. Harry's not happy living in Whitechapel.
Seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Do we really need
Why
to use
did
our
you make
vampire
him
powers on that?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make.
I mean, I don't know if he hates you. I think he's just like, you know, unhappy with it. You have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
And that is very, very sad.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard.
Yeah,
down
honestly,
and rip off
right
his
now I
head
feel
with
like
my bare
everyone
hands.
could just use a hug. We're all very hug deprived. No, actually, let's ask this now.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices,
Okay.
but I'm a wet boot boy now. And people won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life.
Yeah,
in
just get the
another
hell out of
town.
here.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak.
Okay.
And there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
All right, so we'll get him all fixed up, and then maybe you guys can leave town. All right, so that seems everything here for
Goodbye, Mr.
now.
Peterson.
What about this jerk?
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus.
No, he's got his eye on the prize, I guess. Ooh, Joe was a friend of yours?
Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
Yeah.
I've known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. And these days, he's just another thug.
Tell me a little bit more about Joe.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
Ooh. I'm gonna say mourning is never easy. Which is true. People's grief manifests in so many different ways.
It's never easy to find a new path in life, especially after the loss of a loved one. But crime is certainly not the best option.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
And no one has ever stood up to
No
him?
one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against a wet boot boy.
Okay. What about his son's
What
health?
do you know of Harry Peterson? The boy seems so fragile, not like his father at all.
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining. He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow up.
I mean,
Troubles him, exactly.
Despite
his
being
mom
father's
died.
son,
His dad is like embroiled in crime to make sure that he has a place to live. It's all not good for Harry. On top of the fact that he's definitely sick. I feel like you don't got a lot of sympathy for your former friend. I think we're good on the conversations with him. God, there's
Goodbye
just
for
so
now,
many
Mr. Lewis.
different interesting character relationships. Like basically everyone is struggling. And you know, sometimes that either tears people apart or brings them together. You know, you would hope it would bring them together. No, I don't think he had any formulas on him. I checked before, but maybe, yeah, we'll do a quick check. It takes like 2 seconds. I know, Nicholas, I'm trying to look for them too. I know we should be able to get one around in Whitechapel. How's it going?
Fancy buying.
You never lose.
What do you got, buddy?
Then. Show me what you.
Yeah, he doesn't have a formula, I don't think. No. Nope. Ah. I would love it. Is there, oh, that's a good question. Is there a parent in this game that's nice to their child? Not to my memory. I guess kind of the older woman in the other, like near the docks. I'll talk to you in a bit. I feel like first I want to actually have a chat with, where's our other waypoint? Oh, we need to find Clayton in the area. So he's just around. Well, while we're here, let's chat with you.
Don't be
Yeah, Mrs.
shy,
Fishburne, yeah.
handsome.
Yeah, that's
What
probably the
can
closest I would
Christina
say.
do for you?
I'm
Yeah.
not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm
Well,
a
I guess
doctor.
also maybe like the mother in the
All right
hospital.
then,
Like she's
but
good to,
quick,
like she cares
though
about
I
her son,
usually
kind
get
of.
paid when I open my mouth.
Oh, okay.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy
Very forward.
Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came
Okay.
from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of
Yeah.
Whitechapel.
Yes,
Everyone should
absolutely.
respect that.
100%.
Do you need any assistance, Miss Paul?
Yeah, what's going on?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
Free. 100% free. You have fatigue? Add it to the list.
I will see you later.
Well, exactly. She cares about her son, but she doesn't actually, like, you know,
Christina, have you been examined?
let's say, support him in the ways that he
epidemic is
needs.
spreading fast in London.
Uh-huh.
And you could be exposed. Or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
I'm just here to help. That is true. The line of work does have health risks, but hopefully she's being cautious.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, sex work is work. It's completely
You can
valid.
put your own life in danger. That's your decision. But what about your clients?
Yeah, that's the tricky
If you're
part.
contaminated, you will put
You would hope
them
if she
at
knew
risk.
she was contaminated, she
And
would
you think
stop.
that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with.
Yeah, I guess
their
it depends
health
on your
would not be
clients.
what you'd worry about.
Yeah, that's unfortunately true, Sammy, especially for the time that this game takes place in. That is a sad truth.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me.
Hey, I'm here for everyone's
conversation.
perspective.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile,
okay.
and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been
mean, that
refused
is
many
very
jobs
true.
because of where I am from. I had few options left.
Okay. I definitely don't judge you. I mean, if she's fine with the sex work, I don't think we should try to dissuade her. Yeah, I don't judge
I
you.
always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives.
Yeah.
I don't judge you.
You know,
Life
this
comes
money
at
is
us.
not
We only can deal
only
with
for
it.
me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly, but it is not your
I mean, I got some
concern.
shillings. Why do you need the money? We did get a hint. But I think it's just for, our nurse friend.
Goodbye, miss.
Alright. We'll talk later.
Take care of yourself. as
And we'll be
best
back
you
with some
can.
fatigue. Some fatigue meds. Okay. A lot of people suffering from fatigue, which is unsurprising. I know. I wish I could just give her the money. I feel like that definitely lines up with the kind of choices you get to make in this game. Like, sometimes you make a personal sacrifice because it's, you know, the right thing to do. I'm surprised they don't let you just give her some money to help her. Alright, so now we're looking for Clayton. Hopefully we can find us. I feel like we discovered a new hideout nearby. Let's check the map real quick. There's a hideout over there. Yeah, I kind of wish, I mean, this is like where it falls short of being like a true like immersive sim. Like something like a Deus Ex. Where, okay, so this is another way to get the clue. Yeah. We already got that. Yeah, flower pots everywhere. Yep, already got it. Anything else we can... trash can. The most important. We can open up this. Nope. Don't want to fight you right now. Yep, no, that's not the pathway we need. Alright, we can chat with you.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Ah, right, we need to...
know what you're
Yes, yes.
A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night.
We've met the
It reeks
mute.
of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I know you work for Nurse Crane,
Don't
but let's
seem to
ask
need
about
my
your
medical
health.
attention for now.
No, she seems otherwise healthy. I know you understand
I know
me.
you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it?
Okay. Well, I know you
Amelia,
work for Nurse
I know
Crane.
You work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret
Or
dispensary.
write it down.
A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever.
Yeah, you can't snitch if you can't say anything. Alright. So...
Don't seem to need
yeah.
my medical attention.
He seems okay at the moment.
Very
So,
well. Goodbye then.
nothing to learn from her. I mean, I guess the thing we learned is that the flower pots have the cards in them. But we already knew that. Man, there's so many people who need fatigue meds. I'm kind of tempted to go back to the hideout just to do that. So where's our closest access? I guess it's down this way.
You look so...
I'm not keen on talking to the preacher. Ah, well, we know who we need to talk to. Why don't we quickly take a look at our map of people just to see who needs fatigue. How many do we need? All right, so Christina needs it. Harry needs it, so that's 1, 2. He has migraine, which we still need the formula for. I think that's... He has cold, and he has bronchitis. So bronchitis, cold, fatigue. Man, people are sick. Headache we can't treat yet. Anemia, cold, and yeah. So we need at least 2 fatigue just for here alone. Okay. Yeah, you have cold, you have bronchitis. Yeah. Okay.
It's not my call, Barrett. You pay one way or another.
People are sick, man. Alright, our hideout should be just around to the left. If I got the map right, should be around here. Think so? Yeah, it's right here. Somewhere right around here. Up here? Where are you? I feel like it should be right there, but... Ah, so we can over here in this area as well. Oh, there it is.
I cannot enter.
How can we not? What? What? How do we not have the ability to? We can't open it from this side or the other? Okay then. Well, we can at least search the trash. Our true skill. Finding sweet junk. You know, if this whole Dr. Vampire thing doesn't work out, we could just be a scavenger. Yeah, I think we can get through the hideout on this side then. I think so. Yeah, up here? Oh no, just a chest. Yeah, he's just a sweet little raccoon. You know, Jonathan is here to find what he can, wherever he can. Yeah, is there not a way to get into that? I feel like there should be some good fan art of Jonathan as a raccoon. Like a raccoon vampire doctor. Keep the beard, obviously. There's no way to get into that hideout. Hello, masked friend. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Definitely just want to check the trash. That'd be funny if, like, you accidentally use your vampire powers. Oh, wouldn't that be great, though? Unfortunately, I feel like these people would not be appreciative of vampire superhero doctor. Yeah, how come we can't get into here?
It's locked.
We haven't encountered that yet. Would have swore we were able to get into this place. I guess not. Okay. Alright, well, where do we want to go to? Alright, well, let's go talk with the people we need to over here. We already know that the guy on the steps is our, let's say, person of interest.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby.
Not
Sorry,
terribly, but I'm looking for
new to
you.
Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since
Eh?
you're a journalist. My name
Maybe we
is
can help
Dr.
each other.
Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
All right. Well, let's not jump right to the meat of it. Let's ask how
Do
he's
you need
feeling.
assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
All right. Oh, another fatigue. So now we're up to 3.
I will see you later.
All right, let's investigate. Ooh. Let's start off here.
Newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza. It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
I mean, I feel like it's a disgrace. That's maybe too harsh. We won't get anything out of him. The only problem is I don't really know what the read on this line is. It's like, is it only logical they should know, or it's only logical that they're hiding the truth? Let's go with it's a disgrace.
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is properly informed of the risks.
These are bad times indeed. So much for the glorious British Empire.
Okay. So, all right, he agrees.
Have
Yeah.
you any idea?
Seems wild
of
that
the
you're just kind of
dangers
hanging around
facing
at
these
night, but I
streets
guess,
at
an
night?
investigation has to be done whenever you can.
Once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I mean, there is a rational explanation, but the answer is vampires. Ooh, do we want to be super real with him or just a little real with him? I'm going to say just a little real.
I must confess, some of my rational views have been shaken by recent events.
I'll
You know,
remember
being
to
turned into
stay
a
away from
vampire.
the district's roughest streets then.
Okay, and
What is a
why exactly are you
journalist doing in
here?
this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
Okay, I mean, that is a noble pursuit.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and
And that
tragedies.
is absolutely
I want
true.
people to know them.
Okay, all right. So we're.
That's quite
I'm
honorable.
feeling this guy.
But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
All right. All right.
Christina Popper claims
Yep.
she sells her body because she can't find any other
I mean, do you
work.
really need to name
Do
her?
you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
Oh man, don't I hope?
Can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
I mean, hell yeah. Personal questions. All right, we don't have anything else to ask him besides the big one. Let's
I
go.
heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs.
I mean, I don't blame them. Ooh. Let's say I care about public health.
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care.
I don't want to
about
rat out our
everything
nurse friend.
involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain
Nah.
Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious.
Yeah, he seems the most elusive.
Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He never goes out then, but who stalks the
He
clinic
never
besides
goes
her?
out.
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did.
Ah.
I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really?
He's a smart guy, this
How do you
Darius.
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Damn. Okay, so he's smart.
He has no relatives at all?
No.
I mean, if you run a secret clinic, I imagine you have to be sharp.
Nithacott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him.
Where can
Okay.
I find this Mr. Nithacott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Oh, I think I know where to find him.
He never goes out.
No,
Really?
Anything else to get from this? Okay. Personal questions? No, we're good. Okay, so we've got a fair
Mr.
amount for
Darby.
him and another fatigue remedy we need to cook up. And how are you doing, buddy? All right, let's do a little poke around here, and we'll talk to him. Okay, so we can poke back here already. For some reason, I thought this was going to be locked. Yeah, I can't imagine vampires are having a good effect on anyone's mental health. Oh, hey, buddy. Oh, yeah. It's so crazy that, like, just a second ago we were having this conversation with a journalist and now we're just fighting vampires. Like, it's such an interesting, like, blend of moods. Ooh, gotta be careful. Those hits coming fast. There we go. Get our heal on? Okay. Man, this place is definitely not doing so great. Take the cigarette case. All right, cool. Yeah, it seems crazy that people are out talking, but I guess, you know, maybe this is the only time of day they can go out. Oh yeah, this definitely feels like 2 or 3 kinds of games. You know, it's a resource management game where you're making medicines for different parts of the town to make sure everything stays healthy. It's kind of like a conversational RPG, and then it's also like an action RPG. But they do blend, like, they logically kind of connect, but it's just an interesting kind of thing, especially when you have them back to back. It feels so, not jarring, but like, you don't even realize sometimes the switch happens. Like, it feels very much like, oh, now I'm just in the Bloodborne game. Ah.
Some of us come to this world already touched by grace.
Well, we definitely found our poet. Are you having a fun time in the graveyard?
The silent flower of Whitechapel, an angel made flesh, I tell you.
How's it going, buddy?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this.
That's
part of
true. At
town,
least he doesn't have a skull that he's
my words
absolutely making
speak
out with
about
when no
that
one's
which
looking.
the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm
A low bar to
poet,
clear.
sir. Richard Nithacott, at your service.
Ah, we found him. Okay. Exactly what are you doing in this graveyard?
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially
Oh yes,
with
Dr.
strangers.
Jonathan Skull. You absolutely know that Edgar filed down the teeth on that thing to give it fangs and everything?
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be
I mean, that's not the outlook that I think is the most positive, but you know.
All are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
I'm not fully on board with you, dude, but we should learn more about
Are you
you.
aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
Oh, absolutely. That is a love triangle for the ages.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
I can't imagine if you're hanging out in a graveyard.
Do you need
Well, how are you
medical
feeling?
attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
Oh, what do we have? What does he have? Oh, we have a treatment for the cold. Sure, let's give it to him.
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
Ooh, okay. Well, at least he's healing. Ooh. Yeah, why
Tell me,
seek
Mr.
inspiration here of all
Why
places?
seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Yeah, don't you feel like you're exploiting the death of this area? Isn't it a little morbid?
Little morbid?
On the contrary, sir, Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much, and that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Okay. All right. You
And
you
have
don't
you
know
ever
her?
tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
Man, this guy is full on grim. Do you know he kind of looks a little bit like this is like this dude is like full of just negative, venomous toxicity. But I guess, you know, that's that dark poet life.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
Wait, you want her to suffer so she can be your muse?
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles, and the added hunger.
Something tells me you don't
under
have her
the
best
rain.
interests
If you say so.
in mind.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox.
Oh yeah, this guy is
The
full
strict
edgy.
Humanity raged across
Like, you know, if he lived during the like if he was a young person during the early aughts,
And what about the
you would have
poignant
had
distress?
strong,
Yes,
like,
the
emo
poignant
fringe.
distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Alright, calm down. Well, tell me about the mute
Did
florist.
you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
I mean, I wouldn't say secret society.
But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious Camellia.
Aren't you curious about this fact?
Are you not curious? Is
Yeah,
there more
I mean-
you wish to know?
That girl has not.
Especially since, like, he basically doesn't seem to communicate with her at all. And that he's attracted to that is a warning sign. Like, a big old red flag of, I like the fact that you can't say anything to me. It's like, maybe I don't want to hang out with you.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Mythicott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
Like, I could get it maybe if, like, you know, they have, like, writing sessions together, and she also, you know, speaks through the beauty of word, and that's why he likes her. But he's like, nah, I'm just a weirdo. Yeah, you're life
Are
can be
you
in danger
aware that
here.
your
I think
life
we already
will
talked
be in
about this,
danger
but you
in
know.
this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city.
Oh, there's
I
a
had to
name
come
for this.
See it for myself, alone.
Oh yeah, this is exactly the same energy. There's a name. Oh, I forget what this is called. But it's essentially like poverty tourism. Like people of more affluent or, you know, powerful situations coming into less affluent areas,
If
you know, to
some
feel
misfortune
inspired,
came upon
but not helping anyone.
Who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear doctor.
Yeah. What do you think
What are
about
your
the situation?
thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking
Oh,
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy.
oh
cacophonic,
yes. Oh, the real problem is that there were
nowhere to
be
be
living
found.
there, and
now,
now that there are less people,
listen to this
he's so
oddly
happy.
peaceful silence.
Definitely a unique point of view. I feel like we're gonna let him hang himself by saying more wild shit by this.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave. You have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Yep, no, this guy definitely isn't like a sociopath of like, I love people who can communicate with me. I love that there are less people alive, so I can just enjoy silence, and I'm only here because this dreadful atmosphere inspires me. Great.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you if I can.
Ooh, let's start with Dorothy Crane.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I
Yeah,
love
this guy
the
can
name.
eat a shoe for all I care.
Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But sorry, no, never heard of her.
Yeah, that's probably better for Dorothy.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu. Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
I love it. This is exactly it. 100%. Jonathan keeps running into people who survive off of the misery that they inflict on other people. And then Jonathan's like, I just eat rats. I'm pretty chill as far as things are concerned. I'm just kind of like a rat person.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Yeah, you can eat an old shoe, buddy. But we did find this guy. I don't understand why it isn't
And good evening to you too.
why isn't it filled out more? We even healed this guy too.
May I ask you a...
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help.
I guess that's the problem, is that they would be way better,
I'll
like,
leave you alone, sir.
better, like you're saying in quotes, vampires. And that they were like, oh yeah, no, I would just brutally suck everyone dry. What are you talking about? All right, so now we can open this from this side. Fantastic. Unfortunately, this also means that he has easier access to poor Camilla.
Some of us come to this world already touched by grace.
Oh man, you can maybe recite your poetry in silence. Maybe that's, ooh, editor refusal letter. All right. Where is, again, I feel like sometimes it lets me go right to the item and sometimes it's like, nope. Time for map. All right. Ooh, Sycophant Publishing. Okay, that's actually pretty funny. Lavender Court, Camden, London. Dear Mr. Nethercott? Yeah, Nethercott. Thank you for sending your book of poems, Songs from the Defeated City, which we found as interesting and profound as we told you the first time we received it. Alas, in the terrible times our country is currently facing, you must understand that such little would be totally that such Lyle, I think? Such Lyle would be totally inappropriate for any publication. Thus, you still refuse to change your, is it title? That such title, yeah, would be totally inappropriate for any publication. Thus, you You still refuse to change your title and demand the full publication or none of your work. I'm sorry to announce you that Sycophant Publishing chose the second option. Basically, he's a real stubborn dick. What? Richard? Old Dick Nethercott?